The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. On the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene ran and went to Simon Peter and to the other disciple whom Jesus loved, and told them, "They have taken the Lord from the tomb, and we do not know where they put him." So Peter and the other disciple went out and came to the tomb. They both ran, but the other disciple ran faster than Peter and arrived at the tomb first. He bent down and saw the burial cloths there and did not go in. When Simon Peter arrived after him, he went into the tomb and saw the burial cloths there, and the cloth that had covered his head, not with the burial cloths, but rolled up in a separate place. Then the other disciple also went in, the one who had arrived at the tomb first, and he saw and believed. The Gospel of the Lord. Well, Merry Christmas, first of all, again. Because remember, as Catholics, Christmas has just begun as we celebrate it on Monday. Now look at the beautiful and powerful readings that the church lays out for us for the next few days. So on Monday, of course, celebrate Jesus' birth. Then notice what happens the next day, yesterday. What did we celebrate? The first Christian martyr, Saint Stephen. And why that almost polar opposite shift? We're celebrating Jesus, and then now someone has been killed. And then today, St. John the Evangelist. What the church is putting before us is that now that God has entered into our history, everything has changed. Everything is radically different now. Because God has come into the world. And as we see St. Stephen yesterday, there's implications to that reality. Because why did they stone St. Stephen? Because he proclaimed that God had entered into the world and the whole entire religion of Judaism has been fulfilled in Christ. They hated that message. St. John the Evangelist, now the great saint, remember today, the author, of course, of the letters of St. John and the Gospel of John. If you have not read the Gospel of John, that's your homework assignment today. Read the Gospel of John. He was the only apostle to live an old age. Remember, the rest of them all died horrifically. John was the only one. And not only that, John was entrusted, if you remember, on the cross. What was John's main responsibility that was given to Jesus, from Jesus? Take care of the Blessed Mother. Could you imagine spending time with the Blessed Mother? Could you imagine the mysteries that she unlocked before John? Could you imagine them at dinner? The Blessed Mother sitting right in front of you. What would you ask the Blessed Mother? Mary, tell me about Jesus. And the stories that would have unfolded over a cup of wine as they ate. And the mysteries that Mary would have unlocked for John. And you remember when we were little kids and we thirsted, tell me a story, Mom, Dad. Oh, tell me my favorite story about this or about that. Oh, John would have been hanging out for every word of Mary. And all of that wisdom and insight, John would now write. Tomorrow, the church will put before us another profound mystery. We will celebrate the Holy Innocents. You see, now that God has broken into the world, guess what? The world will do anything to hold on to its power. Herod will sacrifice, because when he heard the message of Christmas, instead of joy and peace and excitement, he would rather see Jesus as a threat. And so he would slaughter all of the kids. Do you see now what happens when Jesus enters into the world? Keep your eyes open. The mysteries of God would fall before our eyes, because everything has changed.